Hi. So almost every day that we have a baby that's been born the day before, we call to talk with them about nursing their baby, and they often say the baby's really sleepy, we can't get them to wake up. So I'm going to show you how I suggest waking the baby up and whatever you need to do to be able to get the baby to nurse. So most babies after they're born will go into like a 4 or 5 hour really deep sleep, and then the next day or two they can still be really sleepy. They don't know they need to wake up and eat. And so whenever I've told people wake up their baby, I'll show you what they typically do. Something like this. So the baby will be like in a little ball, because that's the way they're kind of born, right? They kind of are like that ball. And when the baby's like that in a little ball, they're really cozy and comfortable, and that's where they're at. So we got to make the baby more uncomfortable. So what I suggest, the first thing you do is lay the baby out flat so this chest is open. That's gonna it doesn't hurt the baby, but it makes the baby like, what's going on? Why am I like this? So I want you to lay the baby out, and what I suggest is that you put your baby either on, I'll show you, like laying on a couch or a bed or what have you, but so that the baby's flat out. Or the other thing I like to do is I was showing you over here is sit with the baby kind of on my legs. Then I'm going to be trying to wake up the baby. I'm going to get a washcloth, and it's going to be just kind of like room temperature. It doesn't need to be real warm and certainly not cold, but we're going to bug the baby. And so what that's going to involve is something like this. Some people will go like, oh, baby, wake up. No, you got to be sort of assertive. Now remember, when your baby's fussing and talking, they're not in pain, okay? They're just complaining. So they're just talking to you. So you want to get it wet, and you're going to undress your baby. It's okay if you leave a diaper on, but leave the baby unclothed. And then you're going to start like doing something like I'll even be like, hey, you're going to wake up. It's time for breakfast. Hey, come on. And I'm wiping the baby, and I'm pulling the arms out, and I might even be doing something like, hey, talk to me. Time to wake up. We need to wake up. It's time to breastfeed. You're gonna love this stuff. It's like warm ice cream. It's so good. And so just play with your baby. Also, sometimes I'll be like, move their legs around. Now, during this time, the baby again might be making sounds like, but if they don't open their eyes, when you put the baby to the breast, they're just gonna think they're having a great dream, and they're gonna go back to sleep. So don't stop doing this until the baby wakes up, opens their eyes. It could take you 10 to 20 minutes to get that to happen. Once the baby's got its eyes open, and make sure it's not too bright. This room's a little bright for the camera, but because when it's super bright, the baby's gonna clench down its little eyes. So dim the room a bit, open up your baby, open up the chest, undress the baby, and start rubbing the baby with the warm, wet washcloth. And keeping the room warm, of course. You don't want your baby to get cold. But I'm going to just keep bugging the baby and talking to him. Hey, wake up. It's time for you to have some breakfast. We're going to eat. It's going to be awesome. So, and I might even get really silly and like sing them songs like, wake up, burp. Just play with your baby. And if they're complaining, just say, I hear you complaining. Everything's going to be okay. We just need to eat. So remember, when children and babies learn fear and upset and what to be upset about from the parents. So if you're like, oh gosh, I don't want to touch the baby, baby's, I don't want to wake up the baby, then the baby senses your energy and will be more distressed. So the more you can kind of make it fun, like, hi, I love you, and wake up, I want you to have breakfast, then the energy that the baby senses from you will be more pleasant and like not distressed necessarily. But if the baby starts crying, just say, I hear you talking and you're complaining, and I'll listen to your story, but it's time for breakfast, Mama said. So something like that. So that's what I want you to do. Remember, it can take the baby 10 to 20 minutes for you to get the baby's eyes to open up before you put the baby to the breast. And then when you do, you're going to remember, put the baby's belly towards your belly, and you're going to hold the baby like this, and then also you're going to try to get the baby to open its mouth, and when it does, then you're going to push the baby on, right? And make sure that the little lips are flared out. But we'll get into that in another video. So there you go. Have a great day.